When the dawn came, the Zell awakened, and saw the Taungs upon the high place, and were afraid. For the morning light caught the glint of helms and weapons, and created phantom warriors, made of dazzle and distance. But the cleverest of them were not deceived, and saw how few we were. And so they assembled without haste, merry in mockery, and prepared to march. And in the high place we awaited death. Excerpt from the 9th chapter of the Da Werda Verda. What's going on, guys? I am the Walrus Jedi, and welcome to another Alien Species video. As you saw in the intro, we will be discussing the Taungs. So, if you like these Alien Species videos, then please consider liking and subscribing and hitting the notification bell for more videos in the future. Without further ado, let's just get right into the planet and the Taung. Coruscant. Hundreds of millennia before the alliance to restore the Republic fought the Galactic Empire, two races warred on ancient Coruscant, known then as Norton. The Taung and the Zell, who serve as the ancestors of humans. During the war, the battalions of Zell fought the Taung at Great Zell, a city. A volcanic eruption led to the Taung winning the battle as the ash blocked out the sun. This led them to take on the name Da Werda Verda, meaning the Warriors of Shadow. This was a small victory, as the Zell eventually drove the Taung off the planet. The homeless Taung found a new world, a planet in the Outer Rim called Rune. It was in the Cloak of the Sith, a region of the Outer Rim difficult to navigate. This world had an asteroid belt, and was tidally locked, similar to Ryloth. They lived on Rune until 7,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, when their leader, Mandalore I, led his people to a new world which they conquered, and there they named the planet Mandalore, after their great leader. They slew the mythosaurs that had dominated the surface of their new homeworld, leaving their bones to rot in the sun. Winters on North Mandalore were cold and saw lots of snowfall. Keldabe served as the capital for Mandalore since at least 3,960 years before the Battle of Yavin. The Taung. The Taungs, an ancient humanoid simian species from Coruscant, they had gray skin and stood around 2 meters tall. Theirs was a culture of war, as from a young age they were warriors. Battle gained them honor for themselves and their gods. They fought their rivals, the battalions of Zell, waging war for hundreds of years. Due to a volcano erupting, spewing ash, causing the sun to be covered, they took the name Warriors of the Shadow, and beat the Zell in a battle. But the Zell ultimately drove them off-world. The Taung found a new world in Rune, and they lived there for millennia, until their great and legendary leader, Mandalore I, led the Taungs to conquer a new world to call home. In his honor, they named it Mandalore, and they, the Taungs, became the Mandalorians, or in their language, Mando Ade, sons and daughters of Mandalore. They went abroad conquering worlds near their home. Nomadic in nature, this and their love of war drove the Mandalorians to crusade and increase their territory. Later, their current leader, Mandalore the Indomitable, began allowing other species into their warrior culture, leading to a change in what a Mandalorian was. Then, during the Mandalorian Wars, Mandalore the Ultimate took letting other species into Mandalorian culture to a new level. He needed anyone who was willing and able, as he was warring with the Galactic Republic. The Mandalorians were blessed with early victory in the war, but when Jedi Knight Revan and his fellow Jedi who had followed him to war entered the war, they turned the tide and ended the war with the devastation of the planet Malachor V. The Taungs suffered heavy losses due to the war, and when it had ended, they were believed to have been driven to extinction, living on through the Mandalorian culture they founded, being remembered by the Mandalorians as the progenitors. Alright, that is the Taung in their homeworld of Coruscant/Mandalore. So let me know if you learned anything new about these interesting aliens. You can, in the comment section, request your ideas for future alien species to cover in future episodes. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and until next time, thanks for watching.